Hey guys, it's the People Reader Lisa Mitchell here with your Technology Tuesday tip. And for today, the tip I want to focus on is your presence on the telephone. Now, you may think that the telephone is irrelevant and nobody really picks up the phone and makes a call or is forming a first impression about you from talking with you on the phone, but it is not the case. The phone is still a really primary form of communication, especially in business settings. And that in many cases is where people are making their first impression of you. So if you're not on a video conference or you're not sitting across the table from somebody as you're making your business transactions and you're on the phone, how do you really maximize that form of communication to make sure you're showing up in the room on the phone the way that you really want to? Well, I have a couple of tips for you today. The first one is to use your vocal power. Vocal power is not so much the content of your words. Vocal power is more about the emotionality that you're expressing with your vocal tone. Are you talking loudly or softly? Are you varying your tone to keep it interesting? Are you using pauses? Maybe you're building a little drama that way. It's how do you use your tonality and your cadence to really help make that conversation on the phone a more interesting experience for the other person. Tip number 2 is to gesture. Use hand gestures, use head movements, use your body and your nonverbal communication even though the other person can't see it. When you use gestures, when you list things or count things on your fingers, it actually changes the way that you're showing up vocally to the other person. And again, it helps make it more interesting. It helps give them something to latch onto and connect with as you're talking, and helps their brain stay more interested in coming along for the ride with you on the telephone. And the third and probably most important tip that I could share with you for this Technology Tuesday is minimize your distractions. When you are on the phone with somebody, if you have another screen up or you're texting or you're playing on your phone, hey Jonathan, it's going to show up in your vocal presentation. You're going to have pauses in weird places. Your tone is going to be flatter. It only takes a matter of seconds for the person on the other side of the phone to know you're not fully engaged. You're not paying attention. And in business, that can be the difference between them wanting to work with you or deciding, thanks, no thanks. So your 3 tips for this Technology Tuesday are all about how to use your vocal power on the telephone. Use emotionality, make it interesting. Use gestures, even though the other person can't see it, it's going to make your rate of speech and your tonality more interesting, and minimize those distractions. Honor the person on the other side of the phone by giving them your full attention. You'll see the results you want because of that. I'm Lisa Mitchell, the People Reader, founder of Power Body Language. If you want to learn more about vocal power or any form of body language to up your communications game, you can find me at powerbodylanguage.com. I'd love to connect with you there.